Welcome to Infinite Mind Potential, where we unlock the hidden architecture of your mind and build a future of greatness. Have you ever felt completely stuck in life, standing still while the rest of the world moves forward without you? This feeling of stagnation is not just a pause. It is a signal that your current operating system is failing. We often trap ourselves in cycles of hesitation, waiting for a perfect moment that simply never arrives in our lives. Today, we are not just giving advice. We are building a complete roadmap to navigate out of this mental maze. We will explore 8 core concepts that serve as the foundation for transforming a stuck mindset into total life mastery. From ancient Japanese philosophy to modern neuroscience, these principles are designed to rewire your brain for success and happiness. The journey begins not with a giant leap, but with the courage to understand the mechanisms of your own mind. The first major shift we must address is identity shift, focusing on who you are rather than what you want. Most people obsess over outcomes and goals, but true change happens at the deepest level of your core identity. It is not about running a marathon. It is about becoming a runner who runs, regardless of the race schedule. It is not about writing a book. It is about becoming a writer who writes every single day without fail. Your identity is the root system of your life. If the roots are strong, the fruit will come naturally. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become in the future. Small habits are the evidence that convinces your brain that you are indeed the person you claim to be. To quit a bad habit, you must stop identifying with it. Say, I am not a smoker, not, I am quitting. Transformation is painful because you are shedding an old skin to allow a new, stronger version to finally emerge. Once you shift your identity, we must look at how you structure your life. Systems versus goals. Goals are good for setting a direction, but systems are best for making actual progress toward that destination. Winners and losers have the same goals. What differentiates them is the system they implement to achieve those results. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. This philosophy reminds us that fixing the inputs will automatically fix the outputs without constant stress and anxiety. If you want a clean room, build a habit of cleaning. Do not just aim for a tidy room once. Systems are about the long game, focusing on the cycle of endless refinement rather than a single finish line. When you fall in love with the process rather than the product, you do not have to wait to be happy. Goal orientation creates a yo-yo effect. System orientation creates a lifestyle of continuous improvement and sustainable growth. Now let us turn to the East, where ancient Japanese wisdom offers profound tools for modern life mastery. The first concept is Kaizen, which translates to continuous improvement through small, consistent, and positive changes. Kaizen is the mathematical power of improving just 1% every single day for a year. If you get 1% better each day, you will end up 37 times better by the year's end. Conversely, if you get 1% worse each day, you decline nearly down to 0. Kaizen removes the fear of failure because the steps are so small, they are impossible to fail. You do not need to revolutionize your life overnight. You just need to be slightly better than yesterday. This philosophy transformed post-war Japan into an economic powerhouse and can transform your personal life just as effectively. Forget about the massive overhaul. Focus on the tiny incremental gains that compound into massive success. To practice Kaizen effectively, you need the mindset of Shoshin, which means the beginner's mind. In the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities, but in the expert's mind, there are very few. Shoshin requires you to let go of your preconceptions and approach every situation with curiosity and openness. When you think you know everything, you stop learning, and that is the moment you start dying intellectually. Embrace the feeling of not knowing. It is not a weakness, but a fertile ground for growth. Even if you are a master in your field, listen to others as if you are hearing it for the first time. Shoshin keeps your brain plastic, flexible, and ready to adapt to the rapidly changing world around you. This brings us to wabi-sabi, the Japanese art of finding beauty in imperfection and the natural cycle of growth. Perfectionism is a trap that paralyzes action. Wabi-sabi liberates you to start before you are ready. Nothing lasts, nothing is finished, and nothing is perfect. Accept this truth to find peace in your work. Your flaws and scars are not things to hide. They are the history of your survival and resilience. Embrace the rough edges of your projects. It is better to ship imperfect work than to hide perfect ideas. Authenticity resonates more than polished perfection. People connect with your humanity, not your robotic precision. Wabi-sabi teaches us to appreciate the cracks, for that is how the light gets into our souls. But life is not just about acceptance. It requires gaman, the ability to endure adversity with patience and dignity. Gaman is not just passive suffering. It is active perseverance and emotional self-control in the face of challenges. When you hit the wall, gaman is the inner strength that keeps you moving forward without complaining. It is about maintaining your composure and considering others even when your own world is falling apart. Resilience is not about being hard like stone. It is about being fluid like water, adapting to survive. Gaman builds character. It proves to yourself that you are stronger than the obstacles placed in your path. Through the fire of adversity, your spirit is forged into something unbreakable and incredibly valuable. To sustain this endurance, you need a reason to wake up. This is your ikigai, your reason for being. Ikigai is found at the intersection of what you love, what you are good at, and what the world needs. It does not have to be a grand global mission. It can be the simple joy of caring for others. Finding your ikigai is the key to longevity and happiness, giving you a clear purpose for every single day. Without ikigai, you are a ship without a rudder. With it, you can navigate any storm with confidence. Start searching for your ikigai by asking yourself what activities make you lose track of time completely. Your ikigai is the fuel that keeps the engine of your life running smoothly through all seasons. Now let us bridge ancient wisdom with modern science by understanding dopamine and neuroplasticity. Dopamine is not just a pleasure chemical. It is the molecule of motivation that drives you to take action. Modern society has hijacked your dopamine system with cheap, instant rewards that destroy your ability to focus. You must perform a dopamine detox to reset your baseline and find joy in hard, meaningful work again. Neuroplasticity means your brain is malleable. You can physically rewire your neural pathways through repeated thoughts and actions. Every time you resist a distraction, you are strengthening the neural pathway of focus and self-control. Reclaim your brain's biology. Do not let algorithms dictate your mood, your attention, or your life's direction. When you align your biology with your psychology, you unlock a state of flow that feels effortless. To implement all of this, we use the 2-minute rule, the ultimate weapon against procrastination. If a new habit feels overwhelming, scale it down to a version that takes just 2 minutes. Do not aim to read a book. Aim to read 1 page. Do not aim to run. Aim to tie shoes. The hardest part of any task is starting. Once you start, momentum will carry you forward effortlessly. Master the art of showing up. You cannot improve a habit that does not exist. The 2-minute rule transforms the impossible into the manageable, breaking the paralysis of fear. We have traversed the landscape of the mind, from identity shifts to the biology of your brain. These 8 concepts are not just information. They are the tools for your personal renaissance. Knowledge without action is merely entertainment. It is time to apply these principles to your reality. You are no longer stuck. You are merely at the beginning of a magnificent upward spiral. The potential within your mind is infinite, but it requires your conscious effort to unlock it. Thank you for watching Infinite Mind Potential. Subscribe now to continue your journey toward mastery, wisdom, and a better life. Remember, the only limit to your realization of tomorrow will be your doubts of today. Let every small action you take today be a drop that eventually forms the ocean of your legacy. Growth is a cycle, not a straight line. Embrace the turns and keep moving forward. Share this video with someone who needs to see it, and together we rise. We are a community of seekers. Join us in the comments and declare your first step. Your potential is infinite. Your time is now. Go forth and conquer your destiny.